Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Territorialio. We are playing an 171 player contest here on Scandinavia. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to go with Norway Start. Norway Start is a spot that I happen to like. I really need to learn to play some other spots. I kind of find when I experiment, I typically have less success. There's a lot of weird shit with contest metas and spawn picks and norms. So we're going to see how this looks. We actually have Super Pocket for carry. One of the challenges I always face in contests that you always have to think about is that effectively, okay, so we need to do turkey flag. I was going to see if we can do this Norway time lapse, Norway 7 come out in May 2027 or whatever the fuck I'm thinking. Oh my God, bro. Focus. So in terms of dynamics, Moo is going to be smart here. They're expanding a lot. And we have not been the most efficient. We're going to hope that this Turkey alliance pays off. And generally, the general rule of thumb is that on these maps, that typically anyone who's from Denmark is like has no idea what they're doing. So Turkey's being crazy. We're going to just let them be crazy. We're going to chill. We're going to hope Moo lets us live. NPC is being crazy too, so hopefully both the craziness will cancel each other out. We have the Turkey flag, which means this alliance is unbreakable. We see the attacks, and we probably just have to go for this now. So let's go for Turkey now. He sent out a bunch of troops. That seems like good enough reason for me. Let's just clear this and call that good. Right, so we see this OG Discord person. I think this is the guy who hates us. He's the guy who hates us. There's a funny story about this. This is probably him. He doesn't like us. He thinks yeah, I don't even know. So we're not going to attack PP. We're going to potentially go for Moo. We're going to send this down here. This Poland guy can't be smart. He absolutely cannot be smart. I just can't think of a world where he knows about boats. Oh, and we can do Brazil flag. Slight issue with what I'm doing. Let me have all this land, bro. Bro, let me have it. Let me have the land. Let me keep the land. Let me keep the land. Imperio Brasileiro. Oh my God, it's Union Clack. Fuck, dude. Actually, I don't think Union Clack likes me either. That's not great. I'm not really playing that smart, and this is kind of one of the doom things that happens in a lot of contests. We'll see. I think he's probably going to push us off. He's actually probably going to have to go for us. Yeah, so this game, this whole setup, I think Clack's just going to go for us. So we're going to have to hope that someone like Villor can maybe help us out, because we don't have enough troops here to deal with Clack on our own. Did I mention? I don't think Clack likes me either. I've generated some enemies here on these kind of fronts. Villor, you might need to start thinking about this, bro. Is there anyone I can donate? Okay, so he's gonna give up. This is kind of the screwed up situation that I don't necessarily want to initiate the Clack fight. So Villor, we probably need to go for this, bro. Like he has no one else to go for. I think we do have to take him. Okay, so we can't allow that. We can't allow this. Effectively, how this game's gonna play out, Clack probably got stacked by like 5 people. Villor really needs to think about what's going on here, man. Let's chill. Let's leave this boat here so we can spectate if we do get pushed out. So it looks like we're kind of lost, which is okay. I mean, how this game's gonna play out, like we can just like look at this and I'll give you a feel. Like, cause my sense was like, Villor's just gonna be between a rock and a hard place eventually. Like my thought is if we take out Clack, I get a lot of the land, and then Villor will probably get really big, but there'll just be other people on the other side. And kind of my assessment of how that play worked out is Villor has all these borders with all these people. Black has the highest occupation percentage. Clack is doing this. I mean, just getting more troops in his bag, it makes total sense. And I don't know if they're gonna be trying to do some weird collaboration thing. It looks like they probably are. Not sure how to think about that. So this guy, Cernyong in EU, I don't know what he's thinking his play is, because Clack is starting to come over here and go for him. It's so interesting, this like kind of alliance like that. So he's not paying attention, or he doesn't have the skill to basically knock that, but he does push it out. I don't know if he can really defend this border long term. I think that's kind of too much of an ask. Maybe with a really good player, it's possible. But I think how this game is kind of shaping up, it looks like Villor is going to clear the Leon guy. This indicates he might be full sending. And I think it might just get down to split map. Bro, not to be so unhype. And is Villar's now gonna go for this? Oh man, the funny thing, because the thing with like watching these kind of games is we don't know who's friends with who. And there's a lot of psychological things. Like for example, the people without tags are more likely to just do irrational things. Like Buddha, is less likely to trust them. So Villar's slowly just cleaning up some more people. It looks like Cernyong is trying to do border stuff. A little bit of a miss. Maybe he's trying to take out some of these things, just get a little bit more distance between him and Clack. And now Villor has the lead as he's kind of cleaning up all these other people. So how these contests work a lot of the times is there's like this dynamic of recognizing like direction. Like if someone's going for someone else, they don't often pivot like immediately. And I think Cernyong, maybe he wants to take a little bit more out of Warhawk. And then that we're probably just gonna have a drawn game. That's kind of what it looks like. All right, so Cernyong is now pushing back and Clack is also pushing back, but this is the type of dangerous thing that you really need to think of in these games. That like, this is tipping point mode. Like, unless Clack and Villor coordinate at this point, it's probably over. Because Buddha, it looks like they're not rational. And Clack, it looks like, I mean, this is not the play. This is not the play unless there's some type of weird alliance going on here. I think this game was effectively mismanaged in a lot of ways. I'm not sure what Clack is doing. Maybe this is like some hatred of OG or something like that. Cernyong just kind of did their thing. I mean, Villor, like, listen, I told you should probably go for this guy sooner and maybe you have a chance in the end game, but it looks like you're just going to be sandwiched and this should just effectively be an EU win. So congrats to EU. Let's see how many, let's check and see how many points they got. So this is also like a weird thing we see before the end. I don't understand why Clack is attacking him now. Like this doesn't make sense. And this thumbs up. This might have been some weird alliance game. Are they going to try to stalemate it? I think these guys are trying to stalemate it. They don't know that it doesn't work. Yeah, so this game, these guys are trying to split the points, but what they're about to find out is it doesn't work. You need someone else that has like 15% of the map for it to work. Oh, they don't know. They don't know. All right, so it turns out they just gave it to EU. So that's a weird contest of coordination. Go figure, very exciting.